Good morning all, it's day number 4 of our countdown and I am super excited. I hope you've enjoyed the previous projects and I hope you are going to be making your felt fairy light and some ribbon roses. Anything you do make, obviously, that you've used from my videos, I'd love it if you would share it with us. Either pop it in the comments or share it as a freestanding poster on our page. I love to see all that you make, so I look forward to it. Now this video for day number 4 is going to be about stabilisers, so I've actually entitled this video Talking Stabilisers. So I hope you can get the gist from that it's stabilisers and I'm going to be talking. So when you purchase a machine from us, we give you a little goodie bag and you'll get all bar one of these stabilisers in your goodie bag. And I've talked several times to many of you about stabilisers, and I know that there's a lot to take in about them and what their different jobs are, so that's why I've decided to do this particular video. So I'm going to jump straight in. I'm going to move some out the way, and I'm hoping you can see these two all right on my wooden table. So we've got 2 different grades of soluble. So this first one is a very light, scrunchy, soft soluble, and this particular soluble is used for anything with a plush pile. So when you're embroidering with your machine on anything fleece with a thick pile, like the minky style fleeces, anything like toweling or velvet or anything that's got some sort of pile and you're worried your stitching is going to sink into the pile, you pop a layer of this on the top and a layer on the bottom, and it stops the fabric being absorbed by the stitching. I also use this one a lot when I want to turn something freestanding that isn't meant to be freestanding. So if you can cast your minds back to a couple of years ago, I did little Christmas fairies and I made the wings on the old 955 from the little butterfly design, and I stitched it out using this and organza-y chiffon-y fabric, and I was able to dissolve this away and make that freestanding. So the other sort of stabiliser is a heavy duty. I hope you can hear that. It's really heavy duty soluble, and this one is for what I've described several times just then, freestanding. So this one you make your lace designs on. So if you cast your minds back to Halloween, which is only a few weeks ago, all those bats that I was doing that decorated the shop for the weekend of Halloween were stitched out on this heavy grade of soluble. It's really nice to use and I really love this stabiliser. So it's basically for anything freestanding, or if you've got the XV and you've got your upgrade kit, there are a couple of little handbags on there, a boy's rocket and a little girl's strawberry, and it's designed to be done on this grade of stabiliser. So let's move on. That's our solubles. I'm now going to bring in, where is it, a little bit. This is an Ironon, so I hope you can see the sheen all right on that. This is pretty similar to your standard Vilene Ironon that you'd use to stiffen a fabric, but you pop this on the back of anything slippery. So earlier this year I was making a dress and it was a very soft satin, and I wanted to embroider a V-shaped pattern on the very back centre, and I used this, I ironed it on, and it stopped all the puckering, it stopped everything. It's really nice to work with, and that is when I fell in love with Ironon stabiliser. So the advantage of using this over a Vilene is this is soft. So when you wash it, it will soften up with your fabric, it won't stay rigid, whereas a Vilene will stay crisp and rigid the whole time, no matter how many times you wash it. So if you wanted to do collars on a jacket, you'd be more advised to use a Vilene. If you want it to go soft after it's made, you use the Ironon Stabiliser. Now I'm going to move on to, I think it's officially my favourite stabiliser because I love playing with what it can do. And we have a sticky back stabiliser. So this stabiliser is used for lots of different things. So the first one is anything stretchy, so sweatshirts, t-shirts, anything that's going to move when you're trying to embroider on it. You peel the backing off, cut the stabiliser to the size of your hoop, peel the backing off, stick, let's just fold that back so I can touch it, stick your fabric to the sticky side, and then hoop it up like you would a normal embroidery. With this, you do not need to use your stitch and tear, which we'll move on to in a moment. You just use that hoop on the bottom, your fabric with this stuck to it, and then your top of your hoop, and it will stop the fabric from moving whilst you're embroidering. So that is sticky back for big garments. For little pieces that are too small to embroider out, so I'm not going to mention names, but I know one of you that I hope is watching has used this before to embroider some napkins for a wedding. I use it mostly to embroider on ribbon. It's my favourite medium to embroider on, and I'm going to be doing a video on it later on in the month, so that's something to look forward to. So I won't go into too much detail on that now, but what you do to do anything that's smaller than your hoop, you cut the stabiliser to just a little bit bigger than your hoop and hoop it up on its own. You score across the middle, peel away all the backing to reveal even the sticky surface, and then you can stick your article to the middle of it. So I don't know if you saw my boots that I did back in November with the embroidered roses on. That is how I did it, because the fabric was too thick to embroider, or to hoop up, sorry. I hooped this up, stuck my boot to it, and then held the boots whilst they embroidered, and I was able to embroider 8 roses on each boot with this stabiliser. So that's another reason why it's my favourite, for stuff that's too awkward to hoop up. So lovely stabiliser. Let's move on. We're nearly at the end. I'm going to bring in these two at once because they're the same stabiliser in different weights again. So this is the luxurious heavy duty stitch and tear that I've completely fallen in love with. We've only had it in stock since the summer, but I was a bit dubious at first, and I was like, how's it going to be any different? A bit like, not sure. So Dad gave me a piece, sorry, excuse my grammar there. He gave me a piece to try, and oh my goodness, tearing it away, it glides off like butter, and this is what I'm going to be using in later projects in these videos, so keep an eye out for it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really love it. And then we have the standard stitch and tear. So this is a lot crisper. You may be able to hear that as I'm scrunching it. It is a lot crisper. It doesn't tear so beautifully, but it's all right for your basic bits and like your practice runs. So like I say, in your goodie pack you get 1/2 metre of stitch and tear, 1/2 metre of your luxurious heavy duty, you get 1/2 metre of the sticky back, you get 1/2 metre of the iron-on, and you get 1/2 metre of the standard soluble, not the heavy duty ones, the ones for doing your plush fabrics. So you get a 1/2 metre piece of each of those in your goodie bag, and a roll of Brother or Janome thread, and that is what we give you to get you started when you buy a new machine from us. Obviously we sell all these stabilisers as well, so we'll start at the bottom and work, start at the top and work to the bottom even. It would be brilliant if I could speak. It's because I'm so excited for these videos and Christmas. Lightweight soluble comes in at £2.99 a metre and is approximately that wide. Oh, get it all in the shot. The iron-on is this wide. Oh, you can't see it. Well, it's double this. Excuse me. And it comes in £1.75 a metre. The sticky back retails at £4.99 a metre and is double this width. I'm not going to try and unfold it. So it's approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 24 inches approximately wide, that one. And then the stitch and tear comes on much longer rolls. So the heavy duty one is gorgeous and comes in at £3.99 a metre. And it is ever so slightly a bit longer than the standard stitch and tear at £2.99 a metre. And then we'll finish with the heavy duty soluble that comes in a pack of 3 metres at £12.99. So they are lovely stabilisers. Lovely, lovely, lovely. If you want any of them, we can post to you if you're not close. So just drop us a message or give us a ring on 01502 714 234. We're more than happy to do that. And I hope you've enjoyed the video, ladies. Look forward to seeing you in future videos. And don't forget, I'm going to be using a couple of the different stabilisers in the upcoming videos that are coming because it's nearly Christmas. So I'll talk to you all really soon, ladies. Take care. Bye-bye.